Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of Genshin Impact. So, a new character has finally been released. Sangonomiya Kokomi is live. So her banner is out, so if you guys wanted to pull her, you can try your luck, of course, in the wishes. And as always, I'm gonna just do this video to take a first look and first impression about this character, overall talents, constellations, game style, and all that stuff. And now Kokomi is going to be a 5-star Catalyst Hydro user. In this case, for this trial version, she's equipped with also the new 5-star weapon that you can find in the new weapon banner. And yeah, this weapon is specifically designed for her. So this weapon, other than like maybe on Barbara, it's not going to really work that well on other Catalyst users. For artifacts, she's equipped with a 4-piece Heart of Depth, so that's pretty interesting choice by the computer. We're gonna just take a look at the constellations afterwards, and then let's see the talents. All the talents are gonna be here level 8, and of course, being a catalyst, that means that she's gonna apply the element with her basic attacks, and she's gonna have a 3-hit combo. And we can just see it 1, 2, and 3. Right, so you can see the animations, pretty smooth, pretty nice. She's almost like fluctuating on the air as she attacks, so that's pretty cool. And this is how the charge attack works. It looks like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So you can see that the basic attacks are gonna be like pretty much Ningguang's, so they're gonna just fly in a straight line if there are enemies in range, so they're gonna just fly straight, and yeah, that's just it. Then moving on to the skill, the skill is gonna summon this Bake Kuragi, that it's like a jellyfish that can both do damage and heal the active characters on the range. So it's gonna do a certain amount of area damage, and in this area you can also get healed. The heal received is based on Kokomi's max HP, and instead the damage is just a percentage based on the level of the talent. This jellyfish is gonna last 12 seconds, and the cooldown is 20 seconds. So this is how it looks like. So you can see it right here. That's the jellyfish, and you can see that the area of effect is pretty large. So the enemies that are going to be damaged, and also the area in which you can get healed, is quite large as well. Now the skill is going to do damage when you use it, and also 6 times. So it's going to do damage once every 2 seconds. All right, and so you can have a total of 6 heals, and well, actually a total of 7 heals with the initial hit, and 7 times this percentage of damage right here. Yeah, you can cast the skill, and then if you can switch characters, and you can see that the skill stays in the screen. So that's very good to create elemental reactions, because for every tick you're gonna apply wet and you're gonna apply hydro on the enemies, so you can like freeze them, you can create other elemental reactions. So yeah, that's very nice. So the skill stays on the field even if you switch characters. Then the talent, the burst. In this case, you're gonna do damage when you cast it, and then she's gonna gain additional effects as she is wearing this ceremonial garment. There are 3 main effects. The first one is the fact that your normal attacks, charge attacks, and the skill damage are gonna do more damage based on Kokomi's max HP. So once again, the more damage based on the HP. Then another thing is that the normal and charge attacks are gonna heal all party members, and once again this heal is based on her maximum HP. So that's once again another way to heal. And then lastly, she has increased resistance to interruption, and she can walk, run, jump, anything on top of water, and she's not gonna like fall. So she walks on water literally. So yeah, these are the 3 effects that you gain. Unfortunately, these additional effects will be cleared if she leaves the field. So if you switch her, as we saw before, like if you use the burst and then you switch characters, you're gonna lose completely all the effects, even if you switch back to her right afterwards. So when you use the burst, you have to keep her on the field if you wanna benefit these extra effects. And these right here are the percentages. So the skill damage as you use it at the beginning, you can see that also the initial damage scales up with HP, and it's actually a pretty high percentage here. It's down level 8 and it's 16.7%. Then you can see the additional damage on the normal charge attacks, the skill, and then the HP regeneration on hit with the normal or the charge attacks. And this of course is a heal for all party members. The skill is gonna heal only the active character that it's in the AoE of the skill. Instead, the HP regeneration per hit with the burst is gonna heal every single character. These effects, so once you use the burst, and this ceremonial garment is gonna last for 10 seconds. The cooldown is 18 seconds, and the energy required to use it is 70. So it's not super high, but it's not even like super low. It's pretty standard. And yeah, that's just it for the burst. Now moving on to the passive talents, you can see there are 4 different passive talents. The first one, when you use the burst, you're gonna refresh the skill duration. So that's just pretty much it. Second passive talent, when you use the burst, the additional damage that you do with your normal and charge attacks is gonna also scale up with a further 15% of her healing bonus. So depending on how much healing bonus you have on your general stats, your normal and charge attacks are gonna do more damage. Third passive talent, she's gonna decrease the swimming stamina consumption by 20% for all party members. And lastly, this is a very interesting passive talent. You can see that she has a base of 25 extra healing bonus, but she has a 100% decrease in crit rate. And if you go right here into the attributes, you can see that her crit rate actually is negative. It's minus 74% in this case. Now remember that each character has a base crit rate of 5%. So that means that she starts with minus 95% crit rate. Now this means that in order to make her crit, you need to have more than like 95% crit rate. So through your weapons, through the artifacts, you need to find a way to have that much crit rate. So it's gonna be very, very tough to make her crit, and therefore crit damage, crit rate on the artifacts, in my opinion, is just useless. So don't focus or don't worry about crit rate and crit damage. Just go for like healing bonus, circlet, of course, HP percentage and HP flat, very, very important. Then as minor stat, you can go for energy recharge. And if you want, you can go for hydro damage bonus to do more damage with the skill and with the burst. And then remember that, of course, when you use the burst, your normal charge and the skill are going to do more damage based on her HP. So if you also have some more hydro damage percentage, you're gonna, of course, do more damage because of that. But yeah, that's pretty much the overall talents. I'm gonna just go here through the fight, so you can see how she works fighting. So you can see that when there are some enemies, the basic attacks are gonna actually try to follow up and to hit the enemies. So like pretty much like Ning Wang. That's the charge attack. The attack speed is pretty nice, so she attacks faster than Ning Wang, so you can definitely like attack, then you can dash, and you can just keep on going. So that's the skill. You can see the tick damage, the area of effect is pretty nice. And of course you also heal. Then here let's just go to the next phase, and I'm gonna just use the burst. So remember, always using the skill, right? And then you want to use the burst afterwards, so in that way your skill is refreshed and it's gonna just last more time. And you can see that after you use the burst, the basic attacks do a lot more damage. You can see now this 6,000 damage, right? So yeah, that's just pretty much the character. And yeah, personally, it looks pretty interesting. Like if you don't have any healers, or if you don't have any like Hydro Catalyst users, then definitely going with her could be a pretty good way to create elemental reactions. As I said before, the very cool thing is that her E, like Mona, the skill, can just be in the field, even if you switch characters. So you can create like Frozen, especially. You can just Electrocharge, you can create Vaporize. Especially Frozen, I think is going to be the most useful thing. So like Keiya, Rosaria should work pretty nicely with Kokomi. But she's like mainly she's gonna be a healer, right? She has a lot of things that can increase her damage. For example, the burst, increase the damage, and overall but she's really built to heal, right? Your allies. So you're gonna build a lot of HP because so many things scale up with HP. The HP with the skill, the HP. So the extra damage you actually gain with the burst. So too many things scale up with HP. So I guess going for like HP with the artifacts is going to be the best thing to do. And then as secondary stats, you can go for like healing bonus. You can go for energy recharge. You can go for HP flat. Or maybe like elemental mastery if you're going to create more reactions or like some attack. But yeah, this is how this character works. Now let's take just a quick look at the constellations. So at C1, when you use the burst, the last attack on the normal hit combo is gonna do additional damage based on 30% of her max HP. So it's like you have a 3-hit combo, and then after the third hit, you have this additional damage. Now this 30% is a lot. You can see that all these talents here, how much HP they scale up is 7% here, like 16.7%. This is pretty high already. 10%, 11%. So the percentages are always very low because of the fact that otherwise the damage becomes very high. She has, in this case, 30.7 thousand HP. So if we would have her C1, the last hit, so this additional 30% damage would be like a little bit less than 10,000 damage. So that's a lot of damage, right? Of course, it can only proc when you use the burst, and it only procs on the third attack of the combo, but is nonetheless a pretty nice adding in terms of damage. C2, when she heals or when she's about to heal characters with 50% or less HP, the skill and the burst are gonna heal more, so there are higher percentages. C3 is gonna just increase the level of the burst and the maximum level. C4, once again, after you use the burst, she's gonna gain 10% attack speed, so that's always nice. And the normal attacks that hit opponents, right, are gonna restore energy. This effect can occur only once every 0.2 seconds, so it can occur very, very rapidly, right? And of course, the increased attack speed is nice because in that way you can just attack more times during the duration of the burst. And of course, you can exploit more, for example, the C1, like the extra damage that you do with the third hit combo. You can heal more, you can exploit more the additional effects, the additional damage that you do with your basic attack, with your skill. So it's overall a pretty good constellation. The energy restored, I don't think it's that much important because she gains already a lot of energy. So I don't think like getting much energy recharge is really needed on her. You can see that here she has like just only 35% bonus energy recharge, and she was like refreshing the skill method right there. She was refreshing it just super quickly. So let's just go again here through this phase, so you can see that she actually regenerates the energy quite fast, so I don't think you need to build a lot of energy on her. See here, I can use the burst, so let's use the burst now. You can see the heal, you can see the extra damage with the basic attacks. On the charge attacks as well. And see that I use just a skill, I'm not even creating elemental reactions, and I have already enough energy to use the burst. I just had to wait because of the fact that while the burst was still on cooldown. So you can see that I don't really think you need that much energy recharge on her. So yeah, that's just my opinion. So yeah, C4 is good for the attack speed, but for the energy recharge, I don't know. C5 is going to increase the skill level and then the maximum level. And then finally C6, once again, during the duration of the burst, she gains 40% hydro damage bonus for 4 seconds. And I think this can just be refreshed, alright? Every time that the normal or charge attacks heal or would heal party members with 80% or more HP. So you gain this additional damage bonus during the duration of the burst when Kokomi and the other party members have 80% HP or more. So that means that even if they are full HP, right? So they don't receive any healing, but because it would heal them, you receive this extra damage bonus. And of course, because it's hydro damage, you can just get do even more damage with your basic attacks, with your with the basic attacks, of course, with the skill, with the burst, with everything, right? You gain this additional damage. It's only for 4 seconds, so if you would stop like healing, or if you switch characters or anything, of course you lose this bonus. And that's pretty much it. So overall, I would say that Kokomi is a pretty interesting character. You could try to build her like still to do some damage, but unfortunately the fact that she can't crit really hurts her. So I think the best way to build her is just to go for like more HP, as much HP as possible, then healing bonus as well, and probably then like attack or elemental mastery could be good substats. Energy recharge, as I said before, if you can reach like 130%, 135%, it should be still enough. So I don't think you need that much energy recharge. And yeah, but overall, I would say that Kokomi is more of like a healer, even though there are so many ways how you can increase the damage that she does, but the fact that she can't crit really hurts. So, and even if you build like HP on her, because of the fact that when you use the burst, you have extra damage done based on her HP, you would still, you know, do pretty decent damage. So yeah, it's just it. So for those of you guys who want to pull for her or anything, you can try your luck in this banner. The banner is gonna last, I think, 3 weeks, because like it came out yesterday. So yeah, it's still 20 days. The other 4-star characters featured in this banner are Rosaria, Xingqiu, and Beidou. So you can also try to pull on this banner if you need these 4 stars. And this is the weapon banner, where you can gain the new weapon or the Jade Color. So yeah, that's just it. And yeah, that's all there is to do for this Kokomi's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.